Well, Hugh Jackman, you have done such a phenomenal role as Jean Valjean.
Very good pronunciation. I like
Yeah, I
that.
studied French.
You did, really?
Yes, I did.
Ah.
So what was it
Did
like?
you read the novel in French when you studied?
I'm not on that level.
Right.
I'm
It is
not-
1,500 pages long, too. Fair
Right.
enough.
No. I didn't do that. But
Right.
the funny thing is, when the film opened and I saw you, I almost didn't recognize you.
Oh, thank you for saying that. And I say thank you because Tom Hooper said to me, first thing at rehearsal, he goes, man, I need you to be unrecognizable. I
Really?
really need you to... Well, for the story, it's important because Javert, his nemesis, sees him 9 years later and doesn't recognize him.
Right.
But also just to see what it really would have been like for a prisoner back then. It was brutal, you know, and he was really harshly done by and crushed by the system. So there's some of the things we wanted to portray.
And it comes across so well. I read that this role was actually more demanding physically and to transform than Wolverine. Is that true?
It's about the same. I mean, in terms of the gym, it's really the same. In effect, what Tom wanted, because Valjean's known for his strength, right? So
Yeah.
he is a strong man. So I wasn't doing traditional things in the gym because he didn't want me to look like a gym body, right?
Right.
But I was working out about 3 hours a day and on a very strict diet because I had to lose a lot of weight. And what Tom wanted was very lean, skinny, emaciated cheeks, sunken eyes, and still with muscle. And I kept saying, I said, mate, you're asking for the hardest thing possible. He goes, but it's going to be worth it. So physically it was demanding, but remember all the time I was training, I had to be training singing as well. So I
Yes.
looked like a complete freak in the gym. I was pushing, bench pressing, and singing at the same time to make sure that I was not tensing my... people were saying well clear of me.
That's funny. You know, one thing that you also do well, you're acting with your eyes in this film and the tenderness you have toward Cosette. I was going to ask you where you drew from it. Then I saw your kids in the hallway and I was like, I know where he draws from this.
Of course, I think any parent can relate to those feelings, and it's so beautifully written in the story. You know, he adopts, and I'm an adoptive parent, but he adopts Cosette when she's 8 years old, and his life changes forever. He understands. Now, he had a very harsh life, but he feels love and happiness for the first time in his life. Now, my life is not as extreme as that, but I totally can relate to those feelings.
Really?
Oh, you become a parent and everything just opens up. And by the way, not just happiness and love, frustration, worry, fear, all the emotions seem to flow as a parent.
Yeah, when I saw one line in the film, I teared up twice. One for I Dream a Dream, and the other when you said, I was blind to one in need. And then knowing that you are an adoptive parent and you
Yeah.
adopted this girl in
Yes.
the scene, I mean, how touching was it to be in this film where there's so many social,
Oh, yeah.
the commentary running underneath it?
It's incredibly relevant, Les Miserables. I mean, Victor Hugo wrote this story 150 years ago. It's almost like it was written for today. And it is very touching. And then to me, I love the last line. One of the last lines in the musical is to love another person is to see the face of God. And it really, that will always be the case, you know. To understand divinity or some kind of spirituality is actually right in front of us, you know.